maybe even 2. Some a 2, some a 1.
Wrong sponge. Point, you're right. Thank God.
I couldn't think of anything else to say.
Only 2 left for both of us.
I know, but...
Okay, we could also potentially get both players guess 5 correctly, which I think will probably happen.
You know what I have for one of yours? It is a single type Pokemon.
Yeah, I gotta do a lot of digging now, because
And if that does happen, that's a double bingo.
I'm looking at 5, and we'll see. God, now I gotta be worried about regional variants.
It's not normal. It's not X-Cloud or Slackman. Oriana.
No.
I think I've locked in on a Pokemon. Okay, it's not in this game.
I think I have all of the remaining fully evolved Gen 3 single type Pokemon that I have not eliminated through another method.
I've looked through every stupid mon. I have a few options, but I think I know what it could be.
I got memories. One of the Pokemon I wanted to catch is a Night.
I'm looking for a Pokemon that the game has told me is going to be here.
I love when people use Photon Winds in their videos. It's the music in the background. It's
Not fun. It's upsetting me.
So I want to catch that.
It's from Fire Emblem Three Houses. I don't know, when I lock in on a song that I like in the background, it absorbs me. And
That is convenient. Am I a fool? Don't answer that.
Okay, we're fine. It's right here.
Don't involve me.
So dumb. Or how difficult.
I'll be so honest, I had no idea Volby was even this Pokemon.
This is bad. And I'm like so convinced it's just not going to be the Pokemon.
This video's been crazy because it started as just like, yeah, catch whatever, need some information, all the way to like full-on logic.
Honestly, I think that is the sign of a great challenge, but it is breaking our brains at the same time.
Alright, I caught my Pokemon.
Okay, finally. Both of the Pokemon left for me can evolve. Catching this thing will give me an answer regardless.
You want to go ahead and guess it?
Yes, electric.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, you got electric! Wow. That's a big hit too. Okay. Now, can Mikey equalize before John gets the last one?
Okay! That means only one more. Just one more.
If he equalizes, then that's a double bingo.
If I get it wrong here, I will only really cut it in half. But I need to ask bold ones.
Yeah.
Are any of your Pokemon 2'4" or shorter?
You really threw out the big guns. I didn't know if that would be allowed, but I have no qualms with it. Number 2.
Hey, it's your video, John.
Is 2'4" or shorter.
I have an idea to narrow it down to.
It's getting down to it now. It's getting really tense.
I'm running out of time. I kind of frankly need to get this lady.
There's something I told myself I wouldn't. Wait, I don't know this. You shouldn't be. And
Another Fire Emblem Three Houses track in the background. Just lock in on it.
unless you are the funniest man alive.
I can't find this Pokemon that I want to catch. Oh, look at that.
Really?
That happens so often for you.
I have caught my Pokemon.
If I didn't do this,
Oh, the Mankey question here
I
is...
would be upset. I have the lead. It's important to me.
Alright, let me know when you're ready.
So who's guessing first?
I'll guess first. Did you get Glalie?
No.
Are any members of its evolutionary line ghost type?
I'm 99.9% sure the answer is no.
My man just dies.
It's such a specific and odd question. It's like, I'm like, is there something I'm missing?
Well, I can ask it about Glalie because Frostlass is ghost type.
I like the question. It's just so specific.
Assuming I've done nothing wrong, I know what number 5 is.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's over, Mikey. You didn't think I'd do this. It's too on the nose. You caught Mankey, didn't you?
What do you think a shaved Annihilate looks like? Angry.
I have a feeling your Pokemon might be Gen 1, but being wrong would set me back too much. Is your Pokemon a part of a 3-stage evolutionary line?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I feel like Vicabolt's gonna be a tough... Oh, Robin's gonna be a tough one to get.
Catch a Pokemon that,
Oh.
if this is not yours, I've really messed up. all my...
Hold on, he's about to equalize.
Ghost types.
We're about to get a double bingo, folks.
I've just blundered violently.
I don't know where to go, man. I have no idea what to look for.
But even if I get this right, I know that your last Pokemon is single type. 2'4" or under, but not 2' or 1'8". I have eliminated every gen except Gen 2, 6, 7, and 8, and I have
guesses before John does.
This might be dumb, but I think I'm gonna do this.
Let's go.
Got my Pokemon.
Since you're only one way you can win this, whereas I cannot win on this turn.
What'd you get?
I caught Hariyama.
The fighting type Pokemon? Styled after a sumo wrestler?
Why are you dragging this out?
Yeah, I got it.
Alright, there it is. It's been equalized. Both players have guessed 5 correctly, which means that we have hit a double bingo.
Buongiorno, signore.
This is how I got it. You're gonna save the day like you always do by being smart, sharp, and almost always find mistake.
Everyone in chat is loving the gifteds that are going out today. It's been amazing. Any dodgers, any matches, any gifters. So we have 10 gifted memberships going out for the chat right now. Captain Blood, thank you so much for the 64 months. That is an amazing, incredible amount of months. And thank you so much for being a royal noodle as well. Here we go, 10 gifted. Boom. 10 gifted memberships. Enjoy. Way too much echo on. Way too much echo on. Okay. The how will it end? Alright. We have just had 10 gifted go out into the chat. Look at that. It's still going. It's still like I've been hit, Captain. Captain, I'm hit. Medic.
Okay.
Alright, well, how is this gonna end? We only have 4 spaces left. Someone could still go to tag 3 thinking. I don't think anyone's gonna catch Don Dozo though.
Thank God, dude. It's like
I just don't see that happening.
I started from Fossil, Minun, Volbeat, Bayonet, Lightning, Hariyama. I had to cut it in half with the types and then do the ghost thing to get to Hariyama.
I'm running out of real estate where I'm very ahead, but I'm hopeful that this question at least narrows it down in a big way. I got Primate. Is it a middle stage?
No.
As silly as that was important to figure out.
I'm now looking through the list of Pokemon by types, and oh my God, there's hundreds.
3-stage first Eva, while still eliminating, and it's a single type, but it's not 2 feet tall.
Wait, it's
It's not exactly 2 feet tall, but it could be under 2 feet tall. Finally watching the leaderboard, and it's a bingo. It is a bingo. Thank you so much, Daniel, for the 14 months. Thank you so much for being a super good fan.
What did you catch?
I don't have to answer you.
Ooh, this is an interesting one.
I don't know about John, but I'm pretty sure we're both just like going between notebooks and internet browser.
I think I have a good guess. I think there's a real chance I'm nailing it. If not, I'm hopeful I'm getting a lot of info. We'll see.
It's not one for me or Dickies. Or
Alright, I found my boss. And funnily enough, it's right next to my balcony.
Oh! Oh! Wow! He just pulled out of nowhere! John!
I've probably written some Pokemon that are not actually in the game.
Did you write every Pokemon it could be?
It's gens 2, 6, 7, 8, and to these are type groups. However, I have an idea for something I can cache. Because there's a group of them
If they can tie, if they're both right.
that have a typing cost. It's about half of them.
I feel like just with how this episode has gone, like you were winning for so long, but you didn't really get
No. No, you are joking. What?
I feel like you're sniping this, and I don't know why. I'm so confident. I feel it in my soul that you're sniping this.
Alright, I got
There's no way. How? What?
Pokemon.
I really believe you got this, so I'm gonna have you go second.
Alright, John. MS.
Single type. Can evolve. Are the 3-stage evolution,
Yeah.
and it's the first stage.
Yeah.
Is it Grubbin?
Oh.
It is! Because you love Pinkable! Yes!
Oh God, I didn't even like catch it intentionally because I liked it. I ran into it by accident.
Well, it's a good
gonna do now?
We didn't go for the tiebreaker. This was not a possibility.
I had it narrowed down to 1, 2, 3, 10 different Pokemon, and 4
That's
of them
such a
had
perfect way to end it.
It's crazy to say, but the only thing that seems to make sense is to officially declare this a tie and a victory for both Mikey.
Wow,
Mikey win the
good
area
job,
prediction.
guys.
You're the first person to catch all 6 of the opponent's Pokemon. And we both did that. So Mikey got his first win. I stay at the top of the leaderboard, and we'll both
origin? Charmander. Yeah, not yet, but soon. On top of this pile of rock. Pokedex says some bullshit about its biology, but most importantly, it will die if it flames dies out. And if y'all can't tell, he is now mad right now. Mad at me. That shit's supposed to be a torch and it's looking like it's barely a layer. Ash goes on a monologue about how badly he wanted a Charmander for his first day of adventures. You betrayed by your game when stopping. That's your man's. Don't forget, you were the fourth option. And even if himself and turned that off with his skull in your mouth and launched one of the balls that the Babe Ruth. But don't let that weak point fool you, bro. Charmander was flipped up 360 and with that flip phone straight back to me. Brock and Misty kind of talking about, you what L trainer, bro? Try that shit again. And Ash gives it another shot, only to have it work temporarily before Charmander escapes and gives these dudes the meanest statement. I can't even blame them. Y'all see that tail, but they took a hint. Nonetheless, really simple this up. So they asked Pikachu to find out what the deal is. After some translating to Ash, he learned that Charmander is actually posted up here waiting for his trainer to come retrieve him. Slightly disgruntled but accepting of the situation. The gang want to seek shelter at a nearby Pokemon Center because it's starting to rain. As they're getting ready to dig into some grub, Brock starts to think about Charmander like, damn, you think that trainer came back for him? And Ash was like, you bet, Brock. There's no way he's still out there waiting in the rain. Or else he'd back. You are right, Ash. Right on cue. We are introduced to Damien the Deadbeat. Got blue hair, kitty for Beyblade's goggles, hot pink t-shirt, red bandana, and his red shirt. Pokeballs, you know? God, you're so cool. God, I wish I had Pokeballs. But Damien, where's your Charmander? Oh, no, we crystal clear. Stars it back. What coincidence? We saw Charmander without a trainer too. Oh, Damien, you're an Edmunds, bro. You gotta tell us. Oh, since you're sucking me off, I'll tell you. I left a little dickhead on a rock in the woods. Wait a minute. That thing is so stupid. Little precious. What, believe me? It's probably still waiting for me. At this point, he walked up to the plate and he probably cookie fast. Wait for some busy that Charmander is flavor. Get your filthy hands off me, Phil. What I do is none of your business. Like, damn, Jimmy just really got no motion. Like, how are you gonna touch down on Brock like that? Misty has to give him well, Damien says they got to get out of the battle. Before they can even start, everybody tells him to calm the fuck down, basically. Causing Damien to realize that he was certified dead. Ash and them decide to raincoat it up and head back to the rock to check in on Charmander. And when they arrive, surprise, surprise, Charmander's looking down bad as getting attacked by a the bigger problem here remains his dwindling flame. So Ash and Brock use their coats in an attempt to keep him dry as well as to try and rescue him. She got so bad that his bro was shivering in the hospital bed. Even her door like, how the fuck did you stupid ass kids let this shit get this bad? Oh God, I'm doing the same, and left the Charmander in care for the night. After pacing outside the room for a few hours, anxious about what would happen, Nurse Joy came out and confirmed that everything was blessed and that Charmander would make a full recovery as long as he stayed put for the night. As long as he stayed put for the night. And surprise, surprise, in the morning, he's gone. He Houdini. And guess where his ass started marching to? Right back to that damn rock. So later on, Ashley decided to move on to check out the other rocks that that's, all parts of drop the trap, allow Pikachu to get captured by some weak ass contraption, the usual, and left with limited options. There was only one man or lizard to save the day. And this is when I realized Damien's standards must be unreasonable. Because this is not Ember Mike. This is a flamethrower. I do not care. Bro, you are not Swiper. This is exactly how the deadbeat ass. Bro. You finally and now he's trying to reap the benefits. Oh, Charmander, I've been looking all over. Oh, you know, here, Charmander, he's British. Oh, I too. I just pulled the fact that he was sneaking this at the center, and Dean is not denying it. Goes, good thing I did. That counted it up. What? What do you even mean, bro? That's raw, bro. You guys have to try to go. To be honest with you, I was gonna leave the little shit out to dry, but as soon as I seen that crack on the flamethrower, I said, bloody hell, mate, I'm gonna have to stay. I'm gonna have to double back. And if that wasn't enough, he tops it off with, and the best part is, I didn't have to do the training myself. Thinking himself with grip himself out of the back, and then throws out Charmander's Pokeball to return it. And in this moment, Charmander has a choice to make. Once he's in that ball, it's GG's. Who knows when he'll be sent out again? Or he could fly that shit back in space and saute his way. This man, let's go, Charmander. Don't do so. He then takes one look at Ash, and we know what this means. Now they locked in, and Charmander officially joins the squad. And what an addition he was! Now, if there was one way I describe Charmander's role on the team, it'd be as the gentle juggernaut. We saw him handle two gym leaders in Eric and Polka, but you could argue anything. We saw him light the way for Ash in random times when he was in games and shit. When we saw Giles King, we were thinking that too. Take, for example, this year, Ash and them on the same and dude was so I think this escaping this freaking Titanic situation. Ash all through the smoke balls and the raging waves of the ship basically knocked him unconscious. So they're basically the Titanic alone. The water is rising and they got nowhere to stick. And who is there for them?
You are my sunshine.
My goat Charmander not only lights the way for the team to get as close to the top of the water ship as possible, but he also goes out upgraded the ship and technically saved their lives. It doesn't really get more heroic than that. But we still get to see the true upper limits of what he could do in battle. That is, until this situation. Let me set the scene. So Ash is wrapping up a tall boat, right? To express how happy he is to have gone for bad news. And Oak is basically like, oh, our only. My grandson's been half ox. Oh, and also, when are you gonna send over more Pokemon? You ain't sent shit since that yummy looking Krabby. That Pokedex didn't come without labor, young ball. You best get to stepping. Ash, slowly depressed, knows Oak is low-key right. And as luck would have you, Mankey, or King, pulls up with the gang like, hello, humans. I see you got yourself some snacks there. God, it does smell good. Brock's like, hungry as big monkey here, damn. And he snatched that shit and started chowing down. Yum. Actually, I was like, he's distracted. I do need to catch mons. Let's take advantage of the situation. This is like, that damaging each other. And Maggie responds in the most disrespectful way possible. Instead of dodging or slapping the ball, the man threw the snap back at the football and got this time actually had that instead. That shit set Maggie up. Look at his eyes. Not only did Ash try to enslave him, but he ruined his snack in terms of Pokedex for advice. Mankey, the monkey pig Pokemon. Although this Pokemon can be friendly, it is prone to crashing out. Run. Yeah, the dex is big, because when the next minute of the episode, the following things happen. Mankey chases them for miles. He beats the living shit out of Ash. He slings his fucking hat. Mocks him like, I'm Ash. Good Pokemon, stupid ass boy. No, where to, bro? I'm saying fuck the Pokeballs and I'm going ultra on this shit. I don't know if Mankey meat is more monkey or pig, but the gang eating exotic that night. But if this Mankey wasn't dubious enough, my reaction when Team Rocket pulls up and amidst their introduction, James has the bright idea of kicking Mankey full force in the front, trying to warn them that they were going to feel the full wrath of Mankey, but he was wrong. Actually, about to feel the full wrath of time. Guess what, people? That shit was the tipping point for Mankey to evolve. This time, all of them. Nothing was working. Every attempt it was getting more cheesy. Nothing. Everything is using grass. Clobbering axe. He was on hot. Ashton realizes, bro, I got a full arsenal of equally devious alien monsters. Why the hell don't I actually try to catch it? So Ash starts letting starts flying, but there was a little bit black and made it more mad. What also was raising his just got calendar. Charmander.
You are my
Mr. Sparky Love got it done, bro.
I love my kids, but I also love not being broke. So this back to school season, I'm just gonna spend less on them. Amazon has low prices on everything kids need, like sports stuff. For a sport that they'll hate in 2 weeks.
Refresh the everyday with Mentos Gum. Yes, the fresh.
Get your kiddo back to playtime in no time. Pediatrician's #1 choice for fast relief, children's Tylenol.
Your business is only using 20% of its data. You could look for the other 80% all over the place. Or you could find it in one place. HubSpot. All the data makes all the difference.
How many things you need to know before you get done? One,
Wow, man. Wholesome, reliable, powerful, obedient, everything you want in an ace. I'm sure he's gonna be this way forever. And Chapter 2, Puberty Problems. So everything about the rise of Charmander was fantastic. But unfortunately, the higher you climb, the more devastating the fall. And this fall was fucking devastating. And it came as the chapter of Charmander closed and another one opened. What did that final page look like? Well, Charmander had to show up his rules one last time as his chapter closed. And thank God he did because it was for showing him. So, actually, in a random town, coincidentally at the same time as the circus job, because since circus is in town every city they go to. But this was the actual. As Ash and Brock were enjoying themselves, Misty comes across this fucking abomination of a magician named Milton. And at our first look at him, we see him groveling and kissing the feet of some random girl. Yeah, so this is biggest dreams to get a show in Vegas, but he's got one major problem, and that's that he fucking sucks. So and we get to see it in action after he makes Misty help run show. Like his biggest flex is literally being able to juggle execute, and there's no most of the work. So after he takes this horror show one step further and accidentally almost burns down the carnival, the man gets fired and is now on the verge of giving up. But Ash pulls up like, "Crap, are you a bitch? How about you improve your magic instead of quitting?" Ash convinces him that he should leverage his Pokemon for his action and puts on a little show to start the show he needs. But Ash then realizes, like, how are you going to use your Pokemon? All you got is a puss execute. Rose pissed off and executes like control Ash. Like, oh, well, like, well, no, it's fine. Instead of juggling execute, why not use their hypnosis instead? Once Logan realizes the power of hypnosis, he lures the mind control Ash into the forest where there's a herd of something even better than execute, except Tor. A whole horde of them, in fact. And this sick ass, big dead ass forces Ash to weaken them all so that Melody can catch him like clearly. All his methods are questionable. To an extent, it's like the end justifies the means. You could probably put on a good show with that much psychic ability, right? Except that isn't even what you fucking wanted to use it for. He reveals that he wanted to use the Executor purely to hypnotize the civilians and command all of them to come see my magic show. Oh, this dude's so backwards. No wonder nobody respects him. Turns out that lack of respect ain't just by being for the girl or the carnival owner, but by his ruling con executor. Because after a quick and inconsequential run-in with Team Rocket, these eggheads straight up disobeyed Melvin's orders and started stampeding back towards the city, rampaging through, destroying the whole carnival. As Ash didn't catch up, told by the carnival owner that the executor spinning back for seconds. So he had the bright idea of setting up a bomb trap and that would go off as soon as they got near the town. So this is obviously like, yo, that is OD, that is fucked up. And Ash knows it's up to him to stop him. So as per usual, he sends out his three starters, but only one of them really stems up. Squirtle gave him some nice watering, Bulbasaur gave him some nice haircuts. These two would start off with great guarding service, by the way. Charmander knew what was good. He flamethrowed them up after pumping and pumping, going to his absolute limits against his family every time. He finally kept them at bay. We tell you, all that XP did not go to waste, because finally, this started to get the tickles. And evolved. Charmeleon, the flame lizard Pokemon, and he evolved for Charmander. Good luck. And you may be here thinking, all things great. What are you so stressed about, Easy? Ladies and gentlemen, they sent us a message at the end of this episode. Ash will congratulate Charmeleon on his transition to teenagehood. You should sign it. Everyone thought it was funny, except me. With your eyes, there's something different about this his demeanor. You know the episode finished, and maybe there's nothing deeper there until the very next episode in the first battle we see him use it. So this battle's interesting because actually never actually trying to lose on purpose. Basically, this girl Cassandra runs a pharmacy with her grandma, and they need parasite potions to make a miracle potion to help heal Pokemon around the world. Some realistic Reese type activity, so I gotta respect it. The only issue is that she needs to evolve this Paris, and it's weak as hell. Like, look at this. Ash gets Pikachu to send up a bolt weaker than your dignity static shots and it rush shots. He tries again with Squirtle and a little water gun and a lot. I don't want to get TMI, but I'm pissed you bigger than this. I don't want to shit. Look at his Paris, son. I said, fine, it's time to roll the line. Let's go try to get it. And this is when it became obvious. Once Ash holds Gobies, the man sighed and proceeded to roll the Paris to a crisp. The tail was into next week. He moved out the day, then flamethrower Ash. Even Pikachu decided to fly the lizard. This number had to return it. This shit was so traumatizing that Bear said, yo, fuck battle. We ran away. So the only thing on my mind at this point is what the hell changed? Why did Charlie go from this to this? Well, we'll get our answer shortly after. Because later on that day, when they tried running it back with the Paris, he speak glitching. Actually said he changed to see what's really good with Charlie. As you'd expect, it wasn't going for it. Straight scratch was something skill swap with a slacking, and of all people, Cassandra was an old hag of a grandma reveals what the bomb is. Darcy Charlie is acting like a bug. He gets it from his trainer.
Wawa's $5 big breakfast deal gets you any sizzling, any coffee, and a hash brown for $5. Gotta have a Wawa. I get your opinion on this.
Get ready to love your Mother Earth. Forge a new path on trails less traveled. Take a
I
deep
get your
breath
opinion on
and
this.
enjoy a view that's breathtaking. Get back to a place far from home by leaving it better than you found it. And perhaps a little bit greener. Protect your trip or protect the planet. Pump the brakes and explore at your own pace. Go beyond your usual grocery list and enjoy today while looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Protect your adventure with Allianz.
Respect you. Even I can tell you we district. That confirms that the power dynamic district that's where Targaryen feels these outgrown acts, which is the big situation as is. It's not like I saw that boy use Targaryen forever. That can't be it, right? But it is. On another note, Ashes are like a bunch of excavators. And after a bullheaded interaction with Tim Duncan, they essentially accidentally roll a bunch of dynamite, splitting it in open and causing them to bring themselves to these underground, untouched caves with Tim Duncan. As if the situation wasn't careless enough, down there he learned very quickly that they had and that told him was all the Jaguar possible. They were both cooked out of their minds and movies. They never had human interaction in their life. If you think about it, and that might disturb their small yeah, trying to catch up because they were magical. Not gonna lie, this situation is very dangerous. So I bit the bullet and said, you know what, desperate times call for desperate measures and leave on track for hell. But we don't have the scope for it. That dude did not give a flying fuck. Forced their active team off into one with their lives. And I tell you, sorry, assholes. Roses are red, limbs are green. Serious can't wait. So rolling in the distance till you can turn. Also, all Holder Tyson gets a stab. Almost as if they were the ones that were scared. What could elicit this sort of response? I thought it was only possible, which still holds true. Pay attention. Good one needs to Aerodactyl. My dad got stripped to either include himself into the brain and not off on the process. Ooh, here you do get tested. Aerodactyl. The carnivorous instinct poking. This carnivore has sharp teeth. Tell that person carnivorous day-to-day activities as a carnivore. What's a carnivore? It means we're dinner. He's not lying. This Aerodactyl was in hot pursuit between him and his meal. Was an angry Charmeleon who didn't take kindly to disrespect. Last month was a sheep or does this Aerodactyl even see this lizard? Noctil is crazy. Aerodactyl then ends up snatching Ashton, and Pikachu and Charmeleon ground after he essentially takes Atmos and all these rock players. Charmeleon demands this Aerodactyl come down with Ace and Ferris. Aerodactyl even thinks that he is looks at him and tells him to fuck off. And this is what I mean, Charmeleon was just the man dead ass. Who can solve his weakest problem by evolving on command? How did I just he just evolved into Charmeleon like 2 episodes ago. All these battles that we that first can't get it. Thanks for conviction. He willed himself into growing race. Oh, and I was actually dead ass so hyped. This is the little ass like, oh my god, Charizard, I'm here for ages. On the consistent she can get the crazy so I mean, you know, he will tell us that don't give a damn. Hey, this is 21st home revenge. They're not going to get back on his head. Jeremy both of them accidentally catch the actual landing and they both knock out. But honestly, by the end of this, Charizard was clearly sure that Aerodactyl. These the audience couldn't help but watch pranking me. First I find this and then you come at it. You reverse Charizard's attitude. Yeah. Spoiler, it is. I changed my name to Teddy. So the first person to do 20 jumping jacks and let me start their feet is 20 spots. That's volcano. The whole thing's gonna work together. Well, Charizard doesn't know how to Charizard is. That helps you and balance them. This battle in particular was a little strange. It's like had these simple differences. I finally the Charizard actually does decide to battle, and he kind of goes crazy. Ash just realized it wasn't a booster. It was more like I don't know, man. When I saw Charizard wagging his finger at Pikachu, I thought it was like, and he's even ended the battle with a seismic toss from Ash and Quest. I was pretty hyped after the battle. I'm like, oh, but we got Squirtle, my God, Charizard, my whole first impression is so I was excited. Big Jacks and let them spill their feet, especially at the whole dog. BS that happened this episode. Like Team Rocket was on straight top, you know? I never seen this consistent. Even if he's like, wasn't even outside, kidnapped him, and forced him to exhaust the whole line. Just to escape and barely make it in on time. I'm like, this shit is too crazy, bro. Already HP in the red, probably hella status conditions. One potential savior was left unscathed. This right here was Atomic Bomb versus Coffin Baby. And let's just say that bomb was needed. After Ash lost Squirtle to Butter Crater and retaliated with Pikachu, the rat proved to be far too tired to deal with Rich's target. One last option. The GOAT. And if I was in any way apprehensive about what he could really do, he's my worst enemy by dogging Charmander. And I'm like, oh no, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Out comes Rich's Pikachu, and now it's time for the 1v1. Whoa, big Pikachu starts running towards Charizard, and he yeah, bro. I was shocked too. It turns out he didn't battle Charmander for Ash, but just out of respect for the same species, something that's obviously not the case for Pikachu. And that sealed it, bro. On the biggest stage with the most pressure, not the crowd, not the trainer with burning ambitions to be a master, not the respect for the opposition, nor the moment that bring Charizard to lock in. He blew it. He simply blew it. His own pride, laziness, disobedience, and disrespect ended up being far greater than any reason he could muster up to participate in this battle. Then it's easy to be angry. I've been angry at him for the better part of the season. But at this point, it's just disappointing. So much potential in this nigga, so much promise, so much innocence just gone, bro. I can only be angry if someone underperforms my expectation. But at this point, ladies and gentlemen, this is the expectation. At rock fucking bottom. But the nice thing about rock fucking bottom, chapter 3, on the islands. So despite him completely letting it down, Ash still opted to bring Charizard with him to the islands to collect Orange Island tree badges. And to be real with y'all, not much changed. Sometimes Charizard did end up helping Ash with whatever he needed to do, but that shit was never intention. And this is upsetting because by the game's logic, my guy should have any problems with Pokemon obedience. So what the fuck was Brandon really talking about? You get this answer shortly after. In a later episode, we find Ash battling a random trainer with a Tauros. And Seth gives Charizard another shot. And, like before, Charizard was talking about Raditz about that until he gets attacked and then retaliates for himself. So yeah, let's report that. Except this time, once the battle is over, like I started flying around sending flamethrowers in every direction. This prompted a special trainer to pull up and give her piece. That special trainer is pretty aka or better small rope disable Charizard 25 and set him down with Psyche before enlightening Ash with some wisdom. I don't agree with you, because clearly you slow. All those gym badges in that top 60 ranking, yeah, they don't mean shit. Besides, 60 easy got you in 4K, exposed to that those badges brought you in anything. So instead, you have to show me your character. And this is the exact advice Ash used. Because later on, Ash finds himself in yet another battle against his dude named Tap. And that's how Bro's different. Ash was Pikachu and he responded with Polygon. Well, you put y'all on the game real quick. If a dude sends out a mom with a tight disadvantage, we might as well throw in the towel right there and then. Because they got some of these schemes when they started on the belt. You think he's seen it, so Pikachu, as I expected, why did he fail? Polygon simply can't on the ball. Even with the closest and hydro function, I'm replying book about element matchup. So element I do know this element of surprise.
The element of surprise, huh?
Please don't tell me it's going to. It's that advice and time with bro. You sure you want to use that Pokemon?
Yeah, of course I do.
Obviously, if Charizard was on the same bullshit this time, it would come with a price. After constantly refusing Ash's police to find his own complaint, Charizard was met with a very close call with Polygon's squad for the most devastating move he's ever been hit with. An ice cream is so incredibly powerful that it left him completely frozen solid. We actually thought Ice Charizard was so incredibly cold, both internally and externally. Wow, look at that. Charizard's still on the verge of going out. Ash out here taking care of her. Where we see this a lot of Ash got the whole team out of Charizard, rubbing his hands completely dry. And first, Charizard tried to respond by the reason he was so cold and exhausted that he had no energy. So back to one. On this rare occasion where Charizard essentially has no choice but to listen to him, Ash takes this opportunity to get off his chest with you and feel nice and tired.
You know what, Charizard? Kind of fucked up when you switched up on me as soon as you went through puberty. But to be honest, even though it's not how we used to be as a friend, you're kind of sick of who you are.
good enough so we can play together. For now, I promise we'll get you warmed up and then you'll be able to play thoroughly all you want. We're then over the nice montage of the good, bad, and ugly of this duel's journey together. All hands on deck surrounded by campfires, group rubs and Rook's Charizard dressed with his flame growing and by sunrise, on the floor, Charizard's back, baby. And right on cue, you get to see it in action. This Team Rocket's about to do some kidnapping. I'm targeting Pikachu. And believe it or not, folks, by the Team Rocket. Charizard actually clutched the retrieval. Not only did he let Ash ride a boss, but also halted a flamethrower that would have roasted Pikachu, asked for Ash's command, and stomped out the trash instead. Nah. That Charger got three matches against Polygraph, and when everything fine, he actually listened. I said, dodge, dodge. I said, every use ever. Take no, take no. Fly, fly, and most of all, seismic thought. Seismic thought, low so like, now what? It's time for a victory lap. What better way to start with a gym battle? Not one of the big about balance scopes and Arctic Actual cannot this is a real deal battle. Matter of fact, first double battle of the series. In the last battle, for Drake's Ash versus Air One, Marowak and Alakazam versus Pikachu and Charizard. And although Charizard was now chill with Ash, it seemed like the chemistry with Pikachu wasn't perfect yet. Like, you know, this Ash game was so hard. This is when Charizard using Flamethrower against Marowak and Alakazam and ending up Charizard then tries to attack Alakazam and gets slightly controlled. So then decides to come to get back plus Blizzard. Honestly, all he had to spend up the time. Eventually, becomes Thunder Shock and Alakazam to release the slight schedule. Marowak hits a bunch of so means
As long as I'm just so that you have
and that's the bro. It then team up to close down their opponents, getting the double knockdown, getting Ashley back. And make no mistake, ladies and gentlemen, the World Series, you know how serious Charizard got. 800, serious chip damage until straight slow crazy. But anyhow, later on, already looks during the big periods.
as long as I'm
Science and boss, that's just the thing. This Charizard also. Well, I'm gonna lie, as a youth, I was always like, bro, I can slip that dumbass. Why don't you just use some more Pokemon and you this kind of puts perspective. Like on the second day of being the crystal region, hot off that Orange Island combination, finds his gym training in Beast. It was very clearly like young trainer with zero battle experience.
as long as
Just
I'm
looks
getting
back
that you
for
have
Casey Howard and Casey sends out a pitch. And this is absolutely and I swear to God, this is what I'm supposed to responsible. Well, she says that right. Just a precious game. And all it took was a still get the point. It was sad. This is everything else. In the first gym, this is like, who's still getting enough strength? Ours are really something. Someone arrived at least for all this ego smoking to rest. Shots her floor. This person was shaking. And she was asking I was only let her so Ashley asked me if I started on the street there. It seems to me like a fair enough request. Like Charizard said, why if you want me?
I want to see you.
Ashley's badass. Ashley's Charizard used a shot. I'm not gonna lie, it was good. I didn't feel Charizard. Neither of those things. Oh my god. After some lobbying struggling, even the swerve, they finally arrived. Charizard Valley, home of the strongest Charizard in the look for the child. Let's just come on, bro. Stand the hole. Either license, but not gonna lie, actually, the Charizard could do some work. And the rank among the Charizard in the valley, I'd say it's probably Deadpool plus. That's that Charizard in the awesome. It's like, damn, did you do that eager to lose? This right here, ladies and gentlemen. These Charizard on a different level, bro. Battle looking and massive. Liza's like, guys, so Charizard was working towards them. He's some two posts. I was like, shit, okay. How about the Jets Charizard in the back? Again, Charizard's like, man, flamethrower him too, and then man straight looked at him like,
Right?
wrong. Oh my god. Charizard being hard-headed. I don't know, man. That's not telling you. He got so bad that Charizard got slammed out of the valley, and got the he's holding on. And this
Right?
back to the phone. Not like that. I think it's like, but what did you do? And my brother was in the drink, and that was the final. Charizard finally let it sink in that he was far, far below the others. He was instructed to reflect through the night before taking and returning, and that's exactly what he did. First in the water, just as tail pointing out, evolution, and Charizard wouldn't improve nearly as much as he would training against these strong ass demons. So I made the difficult decision to leave Charizard here indefinitely and ran before he could change his mind. Bittersweet, huh? Charizard may here for the foreseeable future, only being called upon in rare instances like Battle with Gary or the final battle of the Blackthorn gym against Claire, or against Harrison Blaze, slowly improving his battle prowess as the season went on. But the summons of Charizard's career, in my humble opinion, the moment you could really see what he's about was when he was called up to face none other than Roland in the Battle Frontiers Battle Pack. One on one, no funny business. And who was his Pokemon opponent, you may be wondering? Articuno. Yes, sir. Battle of the Century income, captured by Sky Battle Summit. I stayed some time before the battle to see how Charizard was growing. And it's pretty clear that he's better at not only flying maneuvers, but his Ice Sword as well. Plus, the Mandalorian Dragon. After the chest clean, she can release the manufacturer to get started. Let's see what he thinks. He gets a lot of rip and Nolan knows what he's thinking. You pick that Charizard, thinking that Articuno is going to beat me. Well, that is exactly what I was thinking. Charizard starts to play through Articuno counters with Ice Beam. Hold on. Flamethrower actually overpowered. Only 5 big Articuno. After Articuno got up and Ash tries to blow the flamethrower, Articuno just around that shit, straight styling on him and healing the eyes. And he attacks him. Charizard then tries to chase that, and Nolan gets an Articuno to miss. Blinded Charizard from getting in any closer.
I got 2,000 Pokemon. What am I supposed to get rid of? I got Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Pikachu, 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 Pikachu. I got 2,000 Pokemon. What am I supposed to get rid of? I got Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Pikachu, 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 Pikachu,
It's not a Charizard.
I've played Pokemon Go for like 8 years at this point, and like the biggest problem with the game is that you never have enough storage for the Pokemon to like the new Pokemon content. Like look at this. I got 2,000 Pokemon. What am I supposed to get rid of? I got Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Pikachu, 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 Pikachu. I got 2,000 Pokemon. What am I supposed to get rid of? I got Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Pikachu, 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 Pikachu. I got 2,000. I got 2,000 Pokemon. What am I supposed to get rid of? I got Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Pikachu.
We don't even know what it takes. The nowadays, I don't really know this is the next strike. I tried to beer. I tried another beer.
Would you stay in this Pokemon hotel with? Located in Kyoto, Japan, this Pokemon themed room features a kitchen, dining area, and spare bedroom to accommodate up to 6 people. Would you stay here?
Turn the photo
With the help of Snapchat, we've been able to feature monthly active user revenue goals every single month. Snapchat seems to benefit your business, you can see it by control and why you're about to click button to ignore it. Snapchat ads and your more power, revenge, wildness. Every Google Pokemon has their own motivations and tactics. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today is the day. The host has spoken, and I have listened. It is time to rank every Pokemon filling this team. All right, now if you may go to will be operating as an investigative members of an organization which does illegal games. The Zero Rico organization was reorganized and exposed humans from the inside and capable of doing their crimes to operate illegal members today. Without further ado, where do I need to start with these guys? Man, they feel like cousins at this point. They're like 99% of the damn
one's your favorite?
Well,
Share your
you was hand out free seat and tickets straight to the house. Running up that's stupid for my pocket.
Now, pop the shorts. Okay.
You're talking about some more people than casuals. I'm like, what? Don't get to work to survive.
And this is pretty much 90% of Giovanni's whole show. Or farm with undisclosed location, farm orders, and school education in the outskirts.
And some other
Speaking
guy,
of that,
got
is
some other
there a more
guy,
iconic village shoe in pop culture? I mean, this has been going after
got
people for 20 years, and it seems like they always got a different machine or scheme to get it done. They got to be from the same infinite bag of tricks as new machines. Because this type of longevity is undeniable. World Warfare, but even their past any Team Rocket was a little bit different. Jessica was more
I don't
girl
have
than
enough
much
stories
a
for
high ranking trade,
like
kind of like a Candy soccer player.
I mean, look at
And
this.
she was praised as being the highest
2,000 fucking undoubtedly supposed to get rid of.
Yep, so it was hyped out once Giovanni's office in Bankers Shop, and James two appears just there. And after being forced the team together, their defense was tested time and time again through sacrificing Hawaii slaves. They eventually were officially given Team Rocket status. They would think with simple or destroyed like the Haunted Force against Ash, but they're not. This is like everybody else that's in the yellow content. So everyone's in still right here. That's really across the thing, like how big it was, even though they are and like what they would see as a beacon lesson. Here's the thing. This is right on their path and they are all for like a slave. Right now it's the purchase and everything is a slave. Team Rock and that necessity and those machines. So like you know that this is the plan where all they gotta use all they manual that's so easy to understand that slave. Your energy. What's even better is that there's a 100% money back guarantee. Even if it's 3 years, there's just one big spread.
You are a child.
They did it one time to use it. Wait, what? It's got a calculation. Anyway, that gets their hands on this pressure device. He then set the large myself disguised up and when he was ashes and before somehow they get their hands on a magic card from Ebas and of course the instructor. So the newly crafted device after all these available to us currently can understand.
I like to share what the brand is.
People with a scan, bro. Look at bro.
Ran from my start facing images.
And that's the story of the now it's sold on the guys in the car. How much do you know that Rocket reached a level of seriousness we didn't see before 4 cents happened, and that was the Ultimate Black Face. With a fresh rebranded logo and the black hits that you reached out with those series, it's time for them to lock in. Giovanni included. Matter of fact, there was going to be a massive clash between them and Team Plasma, but those two episodes were never aired due to the 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami. At first, they were supposed to air it at a later date, but upon reflection on the major destruction caused in Castelia City between Team Plasma and Rocket, it was decided that it'd be insensitive to re-air due to the time. So they retconned it. Completely understandable. I will not hold it. Although Team Rocket largely went back to being they did have one last phase of game during the mission to apprehend some physical Pokemon another one. You know this mission was serious because a man like Giovanni officially stepped foot in the universe. So the entire game was trying to escape with another weapon, but the trio pulls up and tries to apprehend them. Ash and Meloetta decides to go off the distance as Jesse and James deal with the rest of them. But as Ash is escaping, he finds a break in the trees and what the fuck is that? You already know what version is. Giovanni is incredible. On a hoverboard looking like the prime mercenary tower of the Shigos. So he captures Ash like it's nothing, forcing Meloetta to come out, and then he hits her with Meloetta. Let's play the game. Do as I say, or the cube gets smaller. You probably guess what you did. Everyone escapes. So they continue to escape first by air, then by sea. Everyone's looking more menacing than I have ever seen. Like, look at y'all with a John Silver. Something runs Operation Tempest. Situating Ash and those hostages. They force Meloetta to unlock the secret of this temple. They use her as a key to not only bring about this reveal process, but also raise the temple up from underwater with some land and shit. Some of the powers back. And we're from the Meloetta was never dead. It was this reveal glass that then allows you to control Tornadus, Thunderous, and Lightning. Giovanni then uses the reveal glass to change the forms and absolutely decimates all of the attempts to shoot the air while causing random natural disasters in the process. Pikachu doesn't Pikachu shit, but since it took a layer to activate earlier, it was able to use that extra juice for the severe bomb-sized electro that looked at Meloetta and hit the reveal glass. But that glass was a little too delicate. We gotta get back. I'll do this myself. What in the freak ass yummy succulent shit is this? I feel great.
great template for destruction. Now go destroy Nineveh and kill everything in your way. Even Team Rocket knew Bro was tripping, so they gave him one good tackle to bring him back to normal, and they all promptly retreated, leaving behind Meloetta and the heroes to reverse the damage that was done. Not gonna lie, bravo. Beautifully done. After the season, Team Rocket continued to be mostly unserious, where apart from some critical moments where they helped the heroes against the bigger evil, they're pretty much non-factors. All in all, I'd probably give them like 7, because even the most cheap
And
players
first
have good
we have
spells,
today,
but I
but
agree
a
this is
look
the
at
most
what gets
iconic
tomorrow.
war organization of all time. So let's go with a 10, with a fat asterisk. Now, that one's unique because they got two evil teams who absolutely hate each other and conveniently rep red and blue. Well, let's start with Magnus. The goal is to combine ground, control ground, and then make more land assumption. Not gonna lie, they were kind of vague about what happens next, so let's just assess how well they were able to do each of these. So step one, find ground. They did pretty fucking horribly. So they first look in the Old Dale ruins, kidnapping this man, Professor Alden, and forcing him to open up the doors, threatening to hurt people at the Pokemon Center if he didn't comply. When they enter, they find nothing. The hasty ass retreat so quick that they even missed out on the cool hidden table of the relic. After that, they float to Buford Island, where they basically ransack this random kid's secret base, just destroying this whole group. And then really through the back of it en route to an ancient shrine. That's when Team Aqua shows up. And now Magnus Commander Tabitha gets into an argument with Aqua's leader Shelly about whether the world would be better off all land or all ocean. At this point, I'm kind of like, why the fuck are both these team personalities random shrine behind a little kid's secret hideout? And then Tabitha says it.
And so I find it at last, the cave of origin.
Yo, someone get this man to tell Matt, please, bro. That boy's on the wrong side of Hoenn. As you can see, incompetence is strong in this team. They do eventually get some success under their belt by stealing the organic rock under when high heat and pressure, and then eventually steal this meteorite from Mount Chimney, beating out Team Off in the process. But they didn't even make it clear why they needed either of these. I'm not sure. The meteorite was activated volcano, but you think Ground was just about to pop out that bitch like Jack in the Box? Who knows, bro? We deserve answers. And luckily, in their next appearance, they introduce us to the man with the enter Max. And I'm just gonna rip the band-aid off of y'all. This might be the worst game. I am not exaggerating. Now we started my head. I don't want to bash in them. And I'm like, all right, he may have a little bit of edge to him, but then he opened his mouth. I'm sure you're all very curious as to what my own goal is. Yes, you know, what's really tired of our sole purpose is to simply increase the Earth's landmass to uncover the mysteries of our world, and in doing so, we'll build a better society for everyone. What the fuck did you just say, bro? At your own age, you should be starting a family, investing into your pension, but you don't want to leave this continental sandcastle to the dirt, water that, land sauce. Come on, man. I can send you how serious it is with the last because you know how their goal is to have over your opposites. It turns out full time.
Listen, listen.
Yay!
The
Problem is,
what you say?
oh, okay, so we got a little bit of Cold War actually going on here. The president of actually already got the blue one to control ground, and Archie already got the red one to control Kyogre. Seems like you really put it right. They even agreed to make no small Pokemon there in the square. Well, what if I told you that Ross and Division both in the same episode? Once made the happen about having Kyogre, here these are full pass, 100 team awkward runs on the ship. Whoever sits is coming so aggressive that just seconds later, draws the board and gets absorbed by oh, and I will destroy this. So now later, this nerdy half-witted dumbass is going into this trade with no
Irritated TikTok shop and TikTok in general because
just let me have it.
I got this little peeler or whatever name of it is.
You are pathetic, and I have to.
It literally shows opening it from the top. Okay.
As such, Max had to stand there and watch Archie not only control Kyogre, but also descend into a mad possession of the Red Dwarf, with threats to engulf and drown everyone in his path. This caused Max to reduce himself to trying to verbally reason with Archie. If this wasn't pathetic enough for an evil leader, as his weapon which should have been his Groudon to boss up on a battle against his mom with Pikachu at the reins of all people, he's listening to Lance Cockroach Maker about how conflict between she's is not good. And that was enough for him to be like, maybe alright. Oh my gosh. And the next time we see him, he's sleeping. Plus, later on, when he's watching Groudon face off against Kyogre, he says some shit like, it seems we were forced to think we could control Groudon. Yeah, dog. I ain't gonna lie. Spoiler alert, Pikachu and Groudon do the fighting and everyone goes home. But as for Team Magma, they are a direct reflection of their spineless leader. Weak physically, weak mentally, low execution rate, started with Max, they still went ahead and stole the Kyogre. That backdoor was slimy as shit. I love it. He absorbed the Red Wolf and went toe to toe with Lance while controlling Kyogre. That's work. But even before he got this, my dad was talking about some. It's a shame, actually. I wanted to watch the whole world, but that was impossible because I drowned that entire island to stand upon. Are you crazy? Last man on this island. So what? It's evil. Listen to his laugh. You know what I'm saying? You know who's the villain and who's the bitch. To be honest, he probably would have gotten awarded too. But against like Ground and English, come on, man, nobody beating that. But at least his screen time ended like a really the arms of his short. His villain, corpse exploding, and the legendary level. So Team Aqua, crazy rolls though, kind of settled down once the session was lifted, was just as decently against the climax, definitely better than Max though. And although the Hurricane was cool in theory, I want to he got this thing split. You just gotta get up more. All right. Now we're getting to the real bottom line operations. And I think it's only getting this big without mentioning the elephants in the room. Ladies and gentlemen, we have recently hit 100,000 subscribers. Yeah. Now I want to get into it again. It's a simple thank you for now. We're going to do something fun for the next game, just to recognize how far we came. But I need y'all help. I want to answer some of y'all's questions as a part of the vid. I feel like I never really got the opportunity with y'all. So I'm going to be taking in all questions on my IG at Worldwide. Just go to the story and put in your questions. I'm only going to be answering the questions from there. Go ahead, ask whatever you want. I'll keep the story running for a few days. You gotta get a chance to be let's get back to it. So, here we are in the land of peak characters. Peak. Well, Team Galactic, let's find out. So, Team Galactic's plan, to put it simply, was to create a new world. And that shit, okay, takes a lot of work. So, to make it simple for y'all, I made this diagram. So, to create a new world, you need the combined power of Dialga and Palkia. One for time and one for space. To summon these two, you need to get the adamant and the lustrous orbs and take them to Sky Pillar. The Sky Pillar is somewhere hidden in Mount Coronet, and its gate can only be opened using the Spear King. Once there, you need the Lake Guardian Trio to summon them from their orbs. And to get these 5 legendaries to cooperate, you need something called the Red Chain, which is a magical Pokemon control tool that is expertly crafted using meteorites from outer space. So as you can see, there's a long laundry list here, and Team Galactic conducted a complete masterclass in getting it done. First thing on the agenda was the Spear Cube, which in its dormant form is actually just a Spear Cube, and it was absolutely clinical. Saturn, one of the commanders, pulls up the Solaceon ruins, walks through them into the main room, takes the cube, and escapes in a helicopter. I mean, wow, half of them didn't even notice. Even upon snatching the cube, a bunch of unknown appeared and got visibly pissed, but he just confused rated them as a group and skedaddled, leaving that problem for someone else. Shag, now to activate into his key form, they had to bring it in contact with meteorites. Luckily, there was someplace right outside Maelstone City, so bada bing, bada boom, and the key is unraveled and ready for use. They can't just leave yet, though, because as I mentioned, these dudes also need to snatch a bit of those meteorites themselves in order to craft the red chain. And although they mostly got dealt with, they still got enough to send to an abandoned factory for processing. Shag. Now, next up, there were the two main items, the adamant and lustrous orbs. The adamant orb was being transported to this research center to be studied right beside its twin lustrous orb, but Saturn and his men hijacked the transport, and just like that, the end is ours. Checked. Meanwhile, at the research center, Ash pulls up to meet Cynthia and her grandma, who runs the research center. And as they're doing a little bit of small talk, who walks in but
See, that's just Carolina's way of saying hi.
oh my good lord. Nobody realizes who the hell this is. Matter of fact, even champion Cynthia is humbled by his presence, talking about, oh my, it's an honor to meet the renowned business mogul Cyrus. Dude, you were just 30 years old and you let down some of my famous peak power. Someone hit me green. The dramatic irony is twisting my intestines at this was. Okay. Anyways, after they explore the center a little bit, and Ash and Dawn reveal that they recognize two of the Pokemon etched into this ancient tablet, Cyrus suggests that they be shown the lustrous orb in order to see if they feel any reaction to it. Cynthia's granny obliges, but when they're in their presence, nothing. What the fuck do you mean nothing? Look harder. And this is the first crack in Cyrus's character that we see. This man is low-key maniacal when it comes to the space-time continuum shit. He then proceeds to yab and yap about the beginning of time and how it all started at Mount Coronet, low-key buying time as he glances over at a timer on his wrist until Galactic caused an explosion at the ruins in the backyard. And wow, the security system has been breached. The orb is vulnerable. Who's gonna protect the orb from? Now they might have had a strong plan to lure will work out to them, but the heroes still have a city. But even that ain't enough for this high tier backstory that has taken place. Enemies in the front, enemies in the back, brother, there's an enemy among you. So long story short, Team Rocket of all people got in the mix and ended up stealing the Luster's War, which caused Cyrus to signal to Saturn to allow them to escape, seeing them as easier linked than Cynthia, which guess what? Proved to be absolutely correct. Check. Okay, now you gotta find the door to Spirit Village. Scan, no dingo. Jack processed the meteorites into the red chain. This required the expertise of a new hire, Kara, who's an interesting fellow with this role plan. Honestly, I couldn't care less about Cyrus's new world. I just know if I beat this red chain, I'll get to be a high-ranking official in this new government. Check. And finally, last but not least, the Lake Guardian Trio. As of Yuxi and Vesper. We know good and well that was a check. I mean, shit, we know she on this. And now, all the ingredients for the delicious dish that is the new world is finally complete. So Team Galactic is off to Mount Coronet after leaving Lake Valley to get this planet in motion. And unsuspectingly, the Lake Trio was under control using the red chain fragments, will passion them over to the ship where it was time for the grand reveal. No way! No way! Yes way! I'm glad you guys are here. How about mention I'm going to create a new world? Oh my gosh, it'll be fabulous to rid the world from all I think I'll name it Cyrus Land or maybe Cytopia. Energy